progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught inside the 5. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Now back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Samuels. And it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's Burnett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Samuels throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
95 is Mike, watch 95. I'm coming. Check, he's Mike. Let's go, let's get this ball back.
To throw on 3rd down, Samuels. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now a play fake here on 1st and under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Nyheim Hines. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sideline.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense? Be honest about this one.
This is taken in. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. As seconds to go till halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 15. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burnett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. It's Kirk.
Ain't doing
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up.
Looking to throw. Samuels. He finds his man. Complete. It's McKenzie.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Samuels. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Samuels. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Samuels. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
95, Mike. 195. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 95 to Sam. No, check. He's Mike. You don't know no better. 95 Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Samuels. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 7 yards to pick up there.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go now. Hawk 7, Hawk 7. 18, 18, 19, Mike 19. Watch the out, watch the out. Mike 19, Mike 19. All day, dog.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. That's Burnett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
First down, Colts.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Samuels. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Samuels. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Samuels. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian Kirk, 92 yards. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. McCann's got it teed up. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They begin the drive with Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense... Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flush to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Samuels. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by McMath. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this one complete to Burnett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. He's at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
95 is mine, 95. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Looking to throw. Samuels. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll just get rid of it. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And got his man complete. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance